Super quick video here, kind of just a reaction video talking about the best lenses for the Nikon Zf. In a nutshell, there's only one native lens I would recommend for this camera, and that's the Nikon 26mm f2.8 pancake lens. This has really nice image quality and is pretty small when mounted on the camera. I know there's a 28 and 40 millimeter sort of retro lens that Nikon made, but those are really plastic fantastic, and I thought the rendering on them was just okay. It's fine, but the poor build quality kind of turned me off, and then the lack of aperture ring really turned me off. I really think this camera to be enjoyable to use, outside of this pancake, just because it's so small and light, and the rendering is really good. To be enjoyable to use, this camera, you need an ISO dial, a shutter speed dial, and an aperture ring so that you have the whole exposure triangle all at your fingertips. This little f-stop aperture screen doesn't cut it, Nikon. So, in my opinion, really, the best lenses for the Nikon Zf are adapted lenses. With the Megadap ETZ21 Pro adapter, you can adapt all kinds of Sony E-mount lenses, and the autofocusing is pretty good. I would say it's about as good as using like a cheaper third-party lens on a Sony camera or on a Nikon camera. Adapting Sony lenses means that you can put Sigma contemporary lenses on there, which are excellent. You can also put Zeiss lenses, like this 55mm f1.8 lens. This might be the best full-frame lens ever made, even though it doesn't have an aperture ring. But there are a whole series of Zeiss lenses, the Loxia line, that have aperture rings. They're just manual focus, which I think is fine for this camera. And then, of course, if you want to get really fancy, you can adapt Leica lenses to the Zf. The NovaFlex adapter is the best adapter that I've found for the camera. It's a little bit pricey, but then the distance scale works properly with the adapter. I will say there's clearly like a thicker piece of glass or sensor cover on the Zf as compared to a Leica camera like the M10 or the SL2 series, or SL series. So sometimes you get some muddiness and the rendering isn't perfect, especially with wide angle lenses, but you do get the aperture ring and you do get the beautiful Leica look. So, and then finally, there are the Voigtlander manual focus lenses that have aperture rings and electronic contacts, so you don't need an adapter. You can put them directly on the camera. Those are great, but I feel like they're all too big for the Zf. Even like the 35 Apo and the 50 Apo are like this long on the camera, and so it tips the camera, and they're really heavy, and they're external zooms, so they change shape, and that messes up the weight of the camera. And on a camera with no grip, that's a real problem. So, like I said, I think the adapted lenses are the best way to go. There isn't a perfect solution. Maybe the real point of this video is to say, Nikon, you gotta make some retro lenses. Just take some of your old F designs, put the ZF mount on it, and throw it on here. It shouldn't be that hard. So what are your thoughts? Is what I'm suggesting the best set of lenses for the Nikon ZF currently available here at the end of 2024? Have you tried other solutions that work better? Do you agree that Nikon needs to just come out with some retro lenses to go with this sweet retro camera? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.